Hello, fabulous Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of September 2024. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. Boy, is this a very special time. And it truly is so special. Right out of the gate, on September 1st, we have two huge celestial events taking place. One is Uranus going retro in the sign just before yours. So this is Uranus standing still at the height of its power, closer to the earth than it might otherwise be, and beginning to go backwards. And it is here, as Uranus goes backwards in the sky, that it speaks so powerfully to an inner awakening, some light coming on. For you, it's about what you didn't know. All of a sudden you know, and it is a huge game changer for you. What's happening here is a shift on levels of soul, psyche, and spirit. Now, you've been in this journey since 2018 with Uranus moving through this part of your sky. It's going to be next year that Uranus will start dipping into your sign, will dip out, and then move in for a nice long stay for about 7 years. So you're on this precipice of a sense that your whole life could change from the inside out. But this moment is powerful because it is about the inner change. It is about clearing space for this brand new you that is going to emerge in the years ahead. Uranus going retro in the sign just before yours, that shift of direction, means that it could be through your dreams. It could be about you, or it could be a external person, place, thing, or situation. But it's really as if what you didn't know, suddenly you do, is crystal clear in an instant, and it changes everything going forward from here. On the same day, another hugely significant celestial event, and that is Pluto retrograding back into a deeply consequential part of your sky. Pluto's going to be here for about 7 weeks. That's it. And then we'll then move on. And Pluto has been moving through this part of the sky since 2008. This is about wrapping up loose ends, the last little bit of the lessons. And wherever Pluto goes, things get intense. And for you, this is a part of the sky that has to do with change, truth, transformation, regeneration. And it has to do with wealth as well. I want you to think about the journey that you've been on in these matters, going all the way back to then, 2008, whether it was a desire to clear debt, to not have debt, or it is that you've been able to attract resources that have led to debt, or maybe it is that you've come to understand wealth differently, what's worth actually classifying as a type of wealth and what isn't, might have been part of the journey. But it could also be related to a sense of becoming more authentically you. Right? That is this part of the sky, and all the outer planets in one way or another deal with authenticity. And so this is a moment now where you get to look at yourself much more deeply, really look at where you're ready for a deeper change to take root, what has transformed in your life, and what now, and where now you're ready to go another way. What is meaningful transformation to you? I think you're going to engage this process, but also it's going to be about appreciating just how far you have come so far. Whatever power has been to you, how you understand it, how you wield it, you will root yourself in this new understanding that much more in the weeks ahead. The following day, on September 2nd, we will have this month's new moon, and this new moon takes place at the foundation of your chart, having to do with home and the past and your living situation and your family of origin, your parents in particular, where that applies. And this new moon is opposite Saturn. And so new moons bring with them new opportunities and new beginnings. But the fact that Saturn is opposite, that is an energy that can often be projected outwards. It can have to do with some external circumstance or person or an exchange with another person. But it lends itself to a reality check moment. And you're being asked to look at yourself differently, more deeply, more honestly. You're being asked to find a sense of clarity about what your roots actually are, and to find an honesty in your answer, even if it's hard, but to measure that with what and to whom you are responsible. And so if it is that you're wanting to buy, sell, move, or attract a new roommate, look, that could come together now, but you're having to look at what's possible and what isn't, what may require more preparation, what might require you to put a plan into place to see that through. It could be that there are some circumstances that aren't as ideal as you might like, or you may be weighing different responsibilities that you have as part of figuring out the best choice for you in regards to where you might live. Now, this could show up as well in terms of being home or visiting home in some way, or being with your family of origin. You're having to figure out the practicalities and what it is that you really want to do as part of that journey that you might be looking at undertaking now in some way. This could be related to a sense of wanting to feel more at home within your body, within your own skin. And if that's the case, understanding what work might need to be done so that you can find that space of being at home with you more fully, well, it just might be worth the work to you in some way now. Now, navigating forward, the 17th of the month is huge as well. We have a lunar eclipse. This is going to start eclipse season. And 2 weeks following an eclipse lead to the next eclipse, which will take us into next month. But it is said that the veil between the worlds is especially thin during eclipse season. So it's easier to recognize spiritual lessons as they're playing out. And with eclipses, you're invited to elevate the energy in some way. Now, for you, this is the top of your sky, having to do with career, life purpose, and your understanding of a higher, more loving vision for your life. And eclipses, especially a lunar eclipse, can bring with it a dramatic change. And that is especially true for this energy. The lunar eclipse is involved in a kite formation, and the big, heavy planets are all intimately involved in this. And this is a larger configuration that is mostly harmonious, but it is of power. And so what we have here is both Uranus and Pluto speaking in harmony with the eclipse. Saturn and Neptune are on either side of the eclipse. We've got the eclipse squaring Jupiter, which means everything feels even bigger. And it is this eclipse at the top of your sky that brings with it a change to your career in a practical sense, or maybe your understanding of what your purpose is. And whatever new opportunities present themselves to you, it's up to you to decide what you're going to embrace or not, but it can feel very karmic and very fated when an eclipse is involved. But because it's a lunar eclipse, it can be more about closures. With the new opportunity, just might come an understanding of what you're no longer willing to do, what path is no longer for you, what career track you might have been on just isn't the way, or what you thought your purpose was might not be the path. And it really is okay, because along with that sense of what isn't for you is this powerful understanding of just what might be, as part of embracing with enthusiasm a pathway forward. Where it comes to matters of love, it was at the very end of last month that Venus moved into fellow air sign Libra and immediately connected in supreme harmony with Pluto. And that is the energy you're entering this month with. And for almost the entire month, you've got Venus in this part of your sky. And this has to do with romance, flirtation, what the heart is really wanting, what love is for you. And this is a powerful window of time in the context of love. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, I think you're going to love this energy. And it is about getting your flirt on, enjoying your life, prioritizing the joy and enjoyment of your life can bring with it an abundance of options to you. So this is a time when you do want to prioritize the things that you feel are fun for you, because it is in that lightness of being that it feels like love becomes that much more possible for you now. For those of you just starting to date someone, well, if ever there was energy that said you're enjoying yourself, this really would be it, especially in the context of dating. This can indicate joyous moments that you might be spending with this person that much more. Now, alternatively, this could also be connecting with someone else where it feels that much more joyous, a desire to date, a desire to connect with others on a heart level could be there also. And so enjoy your life, of course, stay true to your heart, of course, but ultimately this is an opportunity to feel that sense of abundance where it comes to the energy of dating and possibility. And for those of you in an established bond, well, an awareness around what you need to feel loved is absolutely going to be there. But this does also lend itself to romantic moments, and where you're prioritizing romance, it can feel like love feels stronger. Now, if you have felt for a while that maybe you're not in the right relationship for you, some sense of antsiness just might be there for you. And yet, this is an opportunity to reconnect on a heart level. And normally with Venus, it's like no matter what's been, you want to give it another try, especially with Venus in this part of the sky. And what you come to understand in these weeks of this transit, they're going to lend themselves to your understanding of whether or not there's a pathway forward. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. I'm going to say I love the energy of the eclipse. It is so powerful now. It is at the top of your sky. This part of the sky has to do with destiny and legacy and your understanding of what a higher, more loving vision for your life just might be. And there are these huge forces at play here that do suggest that what's happening now is karmic. It's like its time has come. And if you're on the path you're meant to be, this could be a time of some major career success, or you really giving it your all and going for something in a big way, and it just might be rewarded. But it could also be a time when you realize the path that you're on, that just is not it. That's not the path for you, especially not anymore. And regardless of what is happening now, this eclipse can put you on the path that actually is for you, where even greater success can be found in the fullness of time. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.